Miranda Tapsell has been busy since the success of The Sapphires in 2012, busy as an actress and also busy developing her screenplay for Top End Wedding, which she co-wrote with Joshua Tyler. She's tapped into her Tiwi Island roots to tell the story of Lauren, a lawyer working in Sydney under her formidable boss, Hampton Kerry Fox. She lives with Ned, Gwilym Lee, and when he proposes, they decide to get married in the Northern Territory, where her father, Hugh Higginson, lives. But when they arrive, her mother is missing, and Lauren won't go through with the ceremony without her. Tracking down her mother involves a road trip around the Territory, ultimately ending up on Tiwi Island. The film's imbued with a love of the landscape and an embrace of Indigenous culture, as well as a great affection for its characters. I spoke to both Miranda and Gwilym about the film.
I've always been able to see it. Both my parents walking me down the aisle. I can't get married if my mum isn't here.
So we're going to go and find her.
What was the genesis of this? Where did it start? When did the idea ping?
It was crazy, actually. I was teaching with my co-writer Josh Tyler at NIDA. Baz Luhrmann had set up a program for these students that we were teaching, and so we were referencing lots of rom-coms. Both of us were in love with that genre, and then Josh surprised me that he'd been up to the Territory. I haven't met many people that had, and he said, "Why don't we set one up there?" So I'm so glad that we took that leap of faith together.
You think you know what this film is when you start reading it because you recognise some of the patterns of romantic comedy, but it becomes quite apparent quite quickly that this is something different, and it's about like connecting to family, and it's about heritage, and it's about home. And you know, in our story, that's about Tiwi, and it's about the Northern Territory. But I can relate to that in my own experience as well. And I think everyone will find their own way of connecting to that story.
The locations you've used, and that Indigenous component is very strong in this. Was this important to you?
This was incredibly important to me. I grew up in Darwin and Kakadu, and I have family on the Tiwi Islands, so it just felt honest for me to speak from that place. I know it very intimately, and I love the community that raised me so much, and I feel like the genre was a perfect way, because it is so character-driven. It was the perfect way to kind of showcase just how special that community is.
It was a privilege. I didn't really know what to expect, and it was only kind of when we got up there that you just take in this vista, and it was really useful because the character's doing that as well. So there was no acting required really. I just kind of had to every now and again close my jaw. Yeah. Stop dribbling. It's really quite amazing. I mean, the Territory is a character in this film. It's a really strong, passionate character, and it was just a privilege to be a part of telling this story.
Weddings change people, not just the bride and groom. Make this wedding romantic and you'll get Arnie back.
Marriage is a journey, and what better place to start that journey than right here, Nginningaula Tangaruma, our home.